Musa Kofa,
Hello,
the Director,
hello.
Career Service and Polytechnic Advancement Center, Movement Polytechnic Zaria. With me, I have my Deputy Director, Bilda Abdusalam Abdulsiu, and then we have our IT officer in person of Haruna Abdulmajid Said, who and then we have our coordinator, Najatu Abdullahi Rais, who are all here with us. We are the coordinating team for this program. Today, inshallah, we are going to commence this life-changing program. That is a 4-week online training on research skills. Alhamdulillah, we have almost 220 participants that registered for the program, and we hope these 220 are going to have a seamless interactions throughout the program. And we pray to Almighty Allah to give us the health, the life, and the ability to absorb the robust process of this training, because I would like to you, the arrangement is made to was made to ensure that the participants derive the maximum benefit, and at the end of the program to live with enormous skills that will guide them to advance their career as well as also their professional growth. The program is for 4 weeks, as we stated, today, and then it's ending, inshallah, by 15th of May, by our graduating successful participants. The program is made of 2 modes. We have the virtual mode. In fact, they are all virtual. Sorry, there is all virtual, but one is going to be live, and then the other part of the course is going to be in the room. For the online program, already we have already stated how it's going to be. It's going to be on Tuesday and Thursday to have facilitators already arranged for each and every session, inshallah, as we are going to start today. And then we have our Google Classroom, where all assignments and activities the program is going to everybody ranging from assignment, sharing of materials. I believe some of us that have already registered in the classroom, they are already having the test of what is all about the Google Classroom. But I want to use this opportunity to draw the attention of some of us that have not yet joined the Google Classroom. Without joining the Google Classroom, you are missing, in fact, you are not participating in the program, because that is where you are going to have your assignment, where you are going to have your quiz, that's where you are going to have the examinations, submitting of project, and some other aspect of that. So in a nutshell, before one can be able to successfully complete this program, he must participate in the live sessions as well as the Google Classroom. For the live session, we are going to be having attendance, which we have already shared with you the participation guideline. Before you be successful, to be said you have successful completed this program, you must attend the live session 80%, or let's say 85%. I think it's 85%. Then for the Google Classroom, 75%. So that is to say that for the live session, we are going to be taking attendance. All we need, please, for every session that you join, you now go to the chat, option, and then you write your name and your institutions. Please don't leave the live session without putting your name on the chat. I'm so Ali Musa Kofa, Novo Mali Polytechnic Zaria. That is all. So we have a recorder. Our AI is taking record of all the attendees. So that is the attendance we are going to use to make sure that we have been attending the live session. Then for the Google Classroom, we are expected you to be always try to meet the deadline. For today's activity, which has been already posted, we are expected to turn in, that is to submit your assignment by tomorrow, 1 minute to 12 a.m. So after 11:59, even if you submit, the classroom will not accept your assignment. So please, in order to avoid rushing, in order also to avoid forwarding excuses, please, we are urging and pleading with you. Try to use your time to do the needed assignment.
Okay.
Also, we have started uploading materials that has to do with this training. Not only this training, but you can use the material even in your future such endeavors. So please, you are free to go there to consult the material.
Hello,
and then
sorry,
also
Director.
make use of them for necessary
so much time, please.
Timing. So, Alhamdulillah, let me cut it short. I would like to use this opportunity to invite my rector, our mentor, and then also our seasoned academician, also the facilitator of the day. First, sir, we want you to declare this program open, and then we proceed to the lectures. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you're welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah,
good afternoon, sir.
Been drafted by the Director, Career Service and Polytechnic Advancement to make this presentation. So I shared the slides with the how do I call it, with the host, so that you can share it, and then I go on to deliver the lecture. I also share with the Director Career Service through the WhatsApp. Can you please share it?
Yes, sir.
The answer, stop sharing.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to
Yes, sir. Okay.
So we have the
Yes, sir. We are seeing this. You are seeing this.
all right.
Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes. We are seeing,
good
sir.
afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mohammed Kabir Abdullahi, staff of the Polytechnic. I am here to make presentation with the title as depicted on the slides. That is Introduction to Research and the significance of research in academia. All right. We know what research is, but let's look at the outline. So the presentation outline is as shown there. We need to understand what research is. Whatever you are doing, you need to have a proper understanding of what it is all about, the importance of research in academia, what are the components of research projects, ethics in research, in academic research, and how do you share, that is disseminating research findings, that is publications, right? Understanding research. We have definitions, all right, of what research is, which is a systematic investigation. You have an issue or you have a problem that you want to carefully carry out some investigation into it with the aim of analyzing the information you gathered. So it helps immensely in contributing knowledge. So whatever we are having, all the books we have in the library, they are as a result of research. What you find out, you share it with the general public. So the purpose of research is to add an existing knowledge. You can see that we have been carrying research in tertiary institutions across the globe, not just in Nigeria or in Nuba Mali Polytechnic, in order to improve our knowledge on each area, each aspect of our lives, in medical sciences, in mathematics, in engineering, in social sciences, in drama, in music, in religion. We have to go into research in order to improve our knowledge. And we conduct research as well to solve some problems. We know how our vehicles are. I believe the car we used in the 70s is different from the one we are having currently. It has better fuel consumption. It is more efficient. The horsepower has been improved. So all these are as a result of research in order to solve one problem or the other. Research informs practices across various sectors and ensuring that methodologies and strategies are enhanced best. So even change in methodologies can be a research. If these are the methods being followed by previous researchers and you want to follow a different way, but to have similar or better results, that can be taken as research. Likewise, materials. You may use different materials from what has been the normal materials in order to achieve the same goal, and that can also be research on improving materials. Then we have types of research. Sorry, certain things are blocking the. So these types of research, we can have basic research and we can have applied research. So basic research is to expand our understanding of fundamental principles. If you take physics, for instance, we have principles in optics, we have principles in motion, we have it in heat and energy. So we can conduct basic research in order to expand our understanding of these fundamental principles, right? And then we can have applied research. It focuses on specific problem solving, practical problems, translating theoretical knowledge into tangible applications. For instance, now, if you take the conductivity of water, right, as a basic research, you want to measure how water conducts electricity, and you relate that into you now bring out the theory of this conductivity. Then it can be applied in the measurement of the height of water, right? In industries or in water treatment plants, they have water storage facilities. So they can control the height of water, knowing the conductivity electrically, right? To say, okay, this tank will fill up in so hours if we continue to pump water into it. Then how do you control that? So we measure the height of liquid using this conductivity. So I'm just trying to say you can have basic research. You just do the research to expand your knowledge. Oh, yes, this can conduct electricity, this cannot, this can. But then the applied is somebody to say, okay, this cannot conduct electricity, so I can use it for so purpose. Okay? And then you conduct research to see whether it is feasible or not. The importance of both apply and basic and applied research are essential for the advancement of academia and in innovation and complementing each other. So as I said, you get the theories, not for any specific purpose, and it can be applied. If you ask an electrical engineer, he can tell you how this issue of magnetism. The theory is just to say, okay, magnets, when they are near electrical supply or current, they move. And that is how we come about electric fans and other moving equipment that uses electricity and magnetism. So you need to identify problem. Okay? If you are a user of any machine, any equipment, you can see how it malfunctions. Even if you are not an expert, you can see, well, this my television is not working properly, or my car is not working properly, or this model is not predicting correct results. You have a model that is predicting the amount of energy that will be produced using this quantity of fuel, but practically when you do it, it's giving you something much less than that. So you have identified the problem with the model. Then how do you improve it? You have to go into research. So first of all is to identify the problem. If it is to do with history, you have, take for instance, the history of Zazzau. You have this version, you have that version, then how do you harmonize that? It's a problem. Someone is given a different narration pertaining a particular issue, and the other is, so then you have identified this is a problem. So you review the literature. That will help you to understand the current state of knowledge and identify gaps in research. If you take the literature, even if it is in Islamic knowledge or religious knowledge generally, you may see where some gaps are, and then you further do the research. You may say that, okay, this issue is not clear to us. And then when you consult the literature, you find a lot of interesting materials on that matter. It is there in every area of studies. So getting the gaps, then study design. Designing is to outline how the research will be conducted. Okay, identify the materials you want to use, identify the methods, identify the data collection method, and then how do you analyze the data. So data collection, sorry. What is happening? I can't find. Okay, data collection. You collect the data. It could be electronically. You are generating data from a machine. So then you need to uh, get a means of extracting that data, or you are having a questionnaire. You uh, distribute that questionnaire, and it has been it has been completed by interesting personalities, so experts, and then you collect the data, arrange it in the way you want, and then you analyze that data. So importance of research in academia, we mean how important is research to tertiary institutions or to the staff of tertiary institutions. We have advancing knowledge and innovation. It is only through research that you advance your knowledge and innovation. And the way it goes is you conduct research in every field of interest to you. Whatever you get out of that research, if it is credible, then you share it in your lecture notes with your students. You have now determined that so issue is so way, or if you are modifying an existing theory, then you can include that in your lecture notes, and you need to also publish. We'll talk about publishing in the course of this lecture. So it is a foundation for advancing knowledge. You become more knowledgeable when you are involved in research. And all innovations are coming due to research. It is when you do research, you make some discoveries that will lead to innovation. So you exploration of ideas. You explore new ideas to research. It fosters creativity and innovation, driving progress in technology and science. So normally you think the way people like this founder of Apple, voice system, job. We have phones, but we want to develop a phone that is entirely different from all other phones. That is how they came about with this touch screen and internet phone. You know, modern phones, the modern phones we are using, you require internet to use them properly. Unless if you want to use them for just making calls and receiving calls, sending SMS and receiving SMS. But whatever other things you want to do with them, you require internet. These are the innovations that came into mobile phones. Future studies and development. So research always lays ground for future studies. You conduct research within a limited time and resources, and then you predict or you suggest further investigation in that field. So that gives you ground for future studies. Normally, why research is being continuous. If you conduct research as a PhD student, you make some recommendations, right, for future studies, and that will be another research project that your supervisor would develop for another PhD student. So future studies are important in the academia. Then we have enhancing teaching and learning. If you conduct more research, as I said earlier, normally you share the finding of your research, particularly in universities where you have postgraduate students. So if you supervise somebody in an MSc or a PhD program, and they have discovered something reasonable, something that can be publishable, you can also take that into your lecture notes. So, and then you will be teaching the students some new things from your finding. So if you integrate research into teaching methods, it helps you to develop effective instructional strategies that cater to the diverse learners. So, and then we have curriculum development. If you conduct more research, you improve the curriculum. It will be a guide to develop the curriculum to ensure that the content now is relevant to the current findings and is beneficial to the students. We can see how AI now has taken over every aspect of our life. We involve AI in whatever we do. Even the composition of these slides is made much easier using AI. So I believe in the near future, all curriculum will carry AI, irrespective of the area of studies. Even in languages, I believe AI will feature in their curriculum very soon. Then improve learning outcomes. So if you have conducted lots of research, you happen to be a very active lecturer who is involved in research, and then you incorporate that research into your lecture notes. So the overall academic performance will be enhanced, and the outcome of learning will be much more enhanced. So informing policy and practice. The role of research are crucial for shaping effective policies and practices across various sectors and institutions. So if you conduct research and there are very credible outcome, that these outcomes can be incorporated into the policy in that area, I think yes, research plays that role. In education, normally we formulate policies on education based on the research conducted by our educators in various fields. Likewise, in the industry, in law, in agriculture, all the policies are being developed based on research. You have that as a basic role for research. Evidence-based insights. You know, when you have good result outcomes, I mean research outcomes, you can involve stakeholders to make informed decisions. Take, for instance, if you take the oil and gas now, and you have a team of researchers in a particular institution that are conducting research to solve oil and gas problems, right from exploration, drilling of the wells, uh, transportation of the oil and gas from the oil wells to the flow station, separation of the oil and gas, and then treatment of the oil and gas and marketing of the oil and gas. That is the down upstream sector of the oil and gas. So with such research, you can convince decision makers, stakeholders, I mean investors, that with this new technology, you'll recover more oil than the previous technology based on the research. So it's evidence-based. You show, say, NMPC, Mobile, Shell, that these are the research you have conducted, and it improves the quantity of oil, the amount of gas that is derivable from an oil well using this new technology or findings. Then also government makes policies based on the data it has collected. Economic policies are data related. That is why we need population headcount. Also, National Bureau of Statistics is collecting data on every aspect of our life. If you want to invest in any business, when you look at the data collected, you can say, well, yes, people are more interested in buying this than in buying that. People are spending much more on this product than that. So that will help you in making policy or taking decision. The same thing with government. Government uses research data to make policies. So components of research projects, we have the literature review, the way it has been arranged. Comprehensive analysis. So literature review is an analysis of existing research to understand the current state of knowledge. You review some materials in textbooks, in journals, in periodicals, and any written document on that issue you are interested in, or in that matter you are interested in. You can see what the title is saying, comprehensive. So we shouldn't leave anything out. So it has to be historical in nature, starting from the very first day or date this matter has been put into writing and up to what the current situation is. And then you identify the gaps, what are missing. They are not available in the literature. So that will guide you for future research directions. Then contextual, what's happening? Contextual foundation. So you have to have a context within which you want to write that literature. Some materials in the literature may not be relevant to what you are trying to do, right? Take, for instance, we have fluid engineering, okay? And now you want to study the movement of fluids in a car engine. So literature in the movement of fluids in pipelines may not be relevant soon, right? So even if you want to include that in your literature, it shouldn't be that extensive or comprehensive. So you have to look at the context of your research that will strengthen the foundation of your literature. So we have what is referred to as hypothesis, okay, formulation, and objectives. Normally in sciences and engineering, we only go for the aims and objectives. In education and humanities, they have what they call hypothesis. But for some scientific research, it is also a statement that can be tested. Okay. A well-defined hypothesis is based on the existing literature and leads to such processes. So you formulate the hypothesis by saying whether this thing or that thing is possible, and then you conduct research and you can see whether it is or not, or something is not possible, and you conduct research and you can say, yeah, it is possible. Setting research objectives. Clearly, we need to have an objective, right? And the objective is you have identified some gaps and you want to close those gaps in the literature. So it is crucial in research you outline those goals, what you want to achieve. Provide a framework for the study, okay? So it will help you in determining the methodology and how to analyze the data. If you know what you want to get, okay, you want to obtain this. And definitely you have to get a method that will lead to getting that. And you have to have a data analysis that will allow you to reach that objective. So data collection and analysis. So we have lots of methods, all right? As I said earlier, you may be having an equipment. So that equipment normally will have a data collection facility. If it is a machine, if you are interested in temperatures, pressures, velocities, and several other parameters, that machine will have such measuring instrument attached to it. Definitely, if you are looking for temperature, there must be a temperature gauge. If it is a pressure you are measuring, you must have pressure gauge. Gauge attached to that equipment. If it is a moving equipment, you have something that will give you the speed. And sometimes you interview. That is in non-scientific research, we have interviews. In survey also, where you have questionnaires, you analyze that. We have this SPPS for analyzing survey data. Then we have experiment, as I said. You gather the information and then you do the analysis. You have spreadsheet for also data analysis. If you are good in developing what they call micros, you can develop micros using Excel to pick the data, then do the analysis, plot all the graphs without you physically plotting the graphs, but from the micros, it will pick your data and then plot the graphs. Then you can do the analysis by yourself. That is to describe the nature of the data and to arrive at what the results are, whether they tally with what you want to obtain or not. If they deviate, then you try to find out why the data has deviated from the expected results, and then you may have to make some changes, change the conditions or whatever in order to have an accepted and credible result. Ethics in research, in academic research. Here we want to say what are the laws governing research? How do we conduct credible research? What are the codes of research integrity? So ethical considerations and guidelines. You know, in advanced universities and some universities, when you conduct research as a PhD student, certain universities around the globe will ask for a soft copy of your research. And normally, they try to check the integrity of your results. We are familiar with this validation of data. How valid, how acceptable is your data? So you have to conduct research with all sense of honesty. Make your results as accurate as possible, right? So do not manipulate. If you want to have, say, a straight line, when you plot your data, it should give you a straight line, but the data is giving you a curve, and you try to make it linear. Manipulate the data in a way that it will give you a linear graphical representation. And somebody else in another university or in another research institute performs the same experiment under the same condition you perform to yours, and is getting a curve, not a straight line. It means your data was manipulated. And if that is discovered, your PhD will be withdrawn. So try to be as honest as possible. There is importance of honesty. Integrity in research is crucial also for credibility and to make your data valid. That anybody, anywhere that performs the same experiment or the same survey, right? Or the same interview under the same conditions will get the same result. It doesn't matter if these are your set goals, but you are not getting what you wanted, right? It's better you report that way. It is as it is also a valid result. These are the conditions you have set, and these are the results you will get. So there are new findings as far as research is concerned. So respect for participants. You know, in research, you may have a group of researchers. In universities, they have research groups. Take, for instance, in chemical engineering, we have research groups in chemical reaction engineering. We have research groups in heat transfer. We have research group in process optimization and control. There is research group in oil and gas. There is research group in fluid engineering. So you have members of that group. So whatever each of the members is doing, others are also participating. So you propose a research, and somebody is incorporated as a co-researcher with you. It's something with your students. You are the one that proposed the research. You are the first supervisor, and then there will be a second one. So there should be respect for each one. Not the way we have in some of our universities, where uh, some professors are fighting each other. So that is quite disrespectful. So let's have regards for each one of us who are participating in the research. So the next one is, avoiding plagiarism and ensure integrity. We are familiar with what plagiarism is. Plagiarism is to use somebody's work or idea without proper attribution. You have to attribute that work to him, right? If, say, author snap a picture and shared it with me, and I'm using it in this presentation, I must make reference that this photograph was snapped by engineer Ali Musa Kofa at so place, at so time and year. So it's important that you recognize the writer. If you do not, you are attributing that work to yourself. If you quote anything, a figure now, if you say there are 10,000 students in Nuba Mali Polytechnic, in your writing, then you must give the source of that information. And somebody has published a book, you are using that book to develop your literature, or somebody has published a paper or participated in a conference and make presentations, and you are now picking certain materials from his work without attributing that work to him. So you must acknowledge, you must cite that as reference. So proper attrition, there are different ways of citing literature, which we're not discussing here, but you should do it to maintain this academic integrity. Transparency in research, I think we said that under the honesty and integrity. It's essential, okay, if you publish a paper or any material and it was discovered that it was not ethically, it lost that integrity. Somebody will say, well, no. Certain data or certain results, if you have someone who is an expert in the area, will definitely say, this is not, it's not possible. When you do this and this, you are not going to get this or that. So try to be as transparent as possible. Whatever you get, allow it that way. You don't need to manipulate or change it. So you need to build trust among your peers. So consent and confidentiality. Certain materials, sorry. So if you want to conduct a research and you are involving some participants, let them understand what are the implications. Assuming you want to involve somebody in nuclear research, so let him know the implications, whether it will affect his health or his security as well. You know, if you are conducting nuclear research, wherever you are in this world, you are under serious control. Okay? Whatever you are doing globally, you are being watched. So let the person you want to involve in that be informed that this is the implications. All right? Let him give you that consent. They impose terms of confidentiality. There are certain research that are financed either by government or by some industries. And the data you collected is for them. So it's not for sharing with others. In certain research, you don't publish papers out of them because they are highly confidential. So even the participants, you need to protect them in certain research, particularly research that involves security. You need to protect the identity of the participants. Their personal information must be hidden during the research. Disseminating research findings, that is going into publishing your research findings, publishing in academic journals, wider audience reach. So when you publish, perhaps you conducted a research in a confined place, a laboratory, or you conduct an interview, or whatever. Now you have your full report. So you want the general public, perhaps globally, to know about your findings. So you need an academic journal, or you go make presentation in a conference. So it enables the research to be shared globally. So under this situation, we have this peer review process where where your work will be subjected to review by experts in that area, at least 3 of them, to certify that yes, what we have done meets the quality and credibility of that work, and then accept that for publication. So we have presented in conferences. We have platform even within the Polytechnic for conferences. We have conferences virtually in all our schools. So we know how to make presentations. This is not something new to us. We make our peers to understand what we have done, and then to ask questions, to make remarks, to discuss the idea, make it more valuable so that we improve our work. And then perhaps we publish that in a journal. And then during conferences, we do networking. You organize a conference. Participants are coming from all over the country and perhaps outside the country. So you get to know each other. You do the networking, and that will help you to either visit their institutions to conduct further research or get certain materials from them or get that certain job or consultancy through that. So I think this conference attendance is important. Engaging with a wider community. So if you engage with wider community, accessibility is improved, allowing everyone to benefit from your new knowledge. You have found something new and you want everybody. You are not holding the knowledge. You are sharing it with everybody. So you are engaging the whole community, perhaps the whole globe, to learn this new knowledge. This is quite important. Public discussions, some after conferencing, when you make presentation at a conference, normally you have discussions. People will discuss that paper and see the merit and demerit of your work, and that will help you to improve on that. So it enhances understanding. Whatever you are doing, there is no research area that is completely virgin. Other researchers are conducting similar research elsewhere. So when they happen to hear what you are presenting before the general public, they make contributions that will help you to improve your work. And then culture of knowledge sharing. Yeah, knowledge sharing is really important. To collaborate with other researchers in order to drive innovation and practical applications of what we have done. In the research group, I worked at Imperial College. We have participants from Imperial College itself, University of Manchester, Cranfield University, University College London, Nottingham University. So we come together with researchers from there, both students and lecturers, and make presentations. Then we have industry experts who are also there to hear from us and to share their industrial problems in that area. Then we have software developers also they are there. If your research requires the use of such softwares, they will train you for free and they will also help you in analyzing your data using that software. So you have participation from the industry, from the academia, and from the code developers, that is the software developers. And at the end, there will be a conference to say, yes, this research is credible and we have accepted its integrity and we want to go into technology transfer. By technology transfer is to say, okay, let's take some of these findings and build them into the software for improvements. So collaboration and wider community engagement in research is quite important. So in conclusion, these are the three important areas we discuss, and that is introduction to research. What is research and its importance is crucial for advancing our knowledge and fostering innovation within academic and societal contexts. We consider the ethical considerations, that is being honest, putting integrity, no manipulation, putting public trust in your work is also important. Then we disseminate the knowledge. that is we publish in a journal or in a conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the good presentation, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So thank you so much. I was not
Thank you very
properly
much, sir.
prepared. You know, somebody
The presentation.
Sir, if
out
you
of
provide more
academics
than
for
this,
some years.
it will go beyond our brain, Kuma.
And then ideally from now forward,
This one is okay, sir. My fellow participants.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you also for listening.
Thanks a lot, sir. You have done it.
So now go anywhere. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, bro.
So thank you very much, sir,
Yes.
for this insightful, impactful presentation. I saw some comments saying this presentation should go and archive in some of our libraries, which I agree with him.
Yeah, you have the copy. You can share it on all platforms.
Yeah. We have the soft copy, and then we have the recorded version. We have recorded everything, sir.
Okay.
So we'll share the two, inshallah. So we are going to allow our participants to ask some few questions. If they have,
all right,
then we use it,
okay.
sir. My participant, please, do you have any question to the pro?
Yes, sir. You have question.
Please just raise up your hand. Then we'll give you, then you introduce yourself. Then you have the question. Please go on. 1 minute. David.
70.
Okay.
Please, you mute other people that are not asking the question. Please, can we mute our mic so that we'll have a very conducive environment? Please. Yes. Okay, go on.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. My name is Sunday. My name is Sunday Issa from Nobamali Polytechnic. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. We really appreciate. My question goes this way, sir. Please, I want to know what are the advantages. I want to know the advantages and the disadvantages in using AI to conduct a research.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And the second question, in taking research, I noticed that before we are not using AI in taking research. But whenever we are using AI in taking research, can it be possible for us to use AI in taking both primary and secondary research?
So I don't understand what primary or secondary research are.
You know, in taking maybe you want to forecast, you want to take primary data and secondary.
Okay.
You know, primary data, you have your own questionnaire, and the secondary data, these are the data that have been collected already.
Okay. So do I answer this first?
Yes, sir. Yes,
or I have to wait for others to ask?
No, sir, you can answer this one, sir.
So, okay, you see, AI has come to stay. And it makes research much easier. In the traditional way of literature review, you pick tons of books and journals, and now you read each one of them. You pick the relevant area, and you try to summarize them critically, right? But with the application of AI, all these books, all the journals are there online, and they are part of the resources of this AI tool. So it will pick all this information for you and make summary. So it makes life much easier for you. That is the advantage. And it is something perhaps that will take you 6 months or a year to do, that you are now trying to do it in maybe 6 days or less. So the disadvantage perhaps is that if you are allowed to pick those books, you will read them yourself, you'll understand them better, right? If you pick a journal, you read it carefully and you understand it. But now the AI is doing all these things for you. So it is after you have done this that you are to go and read the results of this AI in order to understand the literature you have generated using the AI. I hope you get what I'm saying. So AI, another advantage it has is it might not miss a single literature. Even the literature that you may not have access to, AI has access to that. And you will be having the literature at your fingertip. Okay, so this is the advantage. It is something we cannot do without now. You can write letters with AI. You can write memos with AI. Just give it the title of what you want to, and it will generate that. Even the slides for presentation. If you have a genuine office, you open your PowerPoint, you give the title of your presentation, and it will generate titles for you, and it will generate slides for you. But you need to go in and make it localized. Certain data they are for other places. But if you restrict it to Nigeria, it will utilize data from Nigeria to generate whatever you want to generate. So I think in order not to be left behind, we must embrace AI and continue to work with it. So you can, yeah, even our machines now, you can see even our phones now, they are coming with AI to help you in writing SMS and other things. There is AI for translation. If you call somebody in China, they are speaking in English, but there will be an automatic translator that he'll be listening your speech in Chinese language. So I think it's doing away with any translation. If you have a Chinese text now, it's just to say translate. It will translate it into English and you read it. So things are much more easier using AI. So thank you so much. Not to take much of your time.
Sir.
Yes, moderator.
We have our HOD, Banking and Finance, Abdulhakim Saad, want to ask a question. Sir, go on with your questions, but brief, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. You're welcome on board.
Let me start congratulating my honorable rector for a wonderful presentation.
I say I'm a staff of the Polytechnic.
Right, sir. So we still appreciate knowledge you have shared. My own, it's not a question I'm raising. There is just to write out to what the presenter have presented as one of the disadvantages of AI. Actually, there are a lot of advantages associated with AI. But in most cases, when we are using AI, one has to be very careful, especially when it comes to the issue of literature. In that aspect, sometimes you will see the AI will generate literature for you or sources. There's those sources when you go into really you will not see them in existence. So that's one of the shortcoming area that whoever that is using AI should be very, very cautious. Just a writer and then to buttress what the speaker have presented. That's what I want to add as one of the disadvantages.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
So many people are raising their hands. I think you should allow them. Umar
Okay.
Jibril, Abdulaziz Saidu, Abdul Hakim Saad, who just talked.
Abdul Hakim, sir. HOD Banking and Finance, sir. Dr. Saad Abdul Hakim.
Okay, so Doctor, you're welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank
How
you
is
very much.
Afid?
Alhamdulillah, sir.
Hi, Charlie.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I hope you are not running away.
No, I'm in the office here in New Malisa as I'm talking to you. I said, let me listen to your presentation.
Okay, so thank you. That is good. That is good. So,
very-
Kofa, can you allow others to ask questions?
No, they are free, sir. I'm free.
Abdulaziz Saidu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdulaziz Saidu. I am from National Research Institute for Chemical Technology, NARIC Zaria.
Okay, all right.
So my question is regarding the AI tool you did mention that we can use for the literature review. So I don't know specifically which of the AI tool does that and how do we use it for that?
Any of the AI tools, but I know some are more powerful than others. We have this chatbot. We have Gemini. Gemini is good from Google. You know, nobody has resources more than Google in this world. They promise to have anything, any written document in their resources. So if you use it, the way you use it is to give title. For instance, if we are writing on the Zazzau Emirates, just say you want generate a literature review on Zazzau Emirate from so year to so year.
Okay.
It will just search and it will come out with all the relevant materials.
Okay.
Take, for instance, you want to go into fluid engineering, you want to generate, say, literature on gas liquid two-phase flow in pipes. So it will give you all the literature with the diagrams and other things. Okay?
Okay.
Try it. Maybe later you'll see that.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Nowadays, even our secondary school children are using this AI for their assignments. So I think we here in tertiary institutions must not be left behind. Even lecture notes, you can get that.
Okay.
Yes. If you say, if you want, say, what are the duties of degenerate? If there are any materials which is elsewhere, it will generate data for you to say these are his duties. And if there is none, but there are similar institutions elsewhere that are doing something similar to what you are doing now, it will then pick data and say in a research institution, the director general is responsible for. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Susanna, Aliara.
Yeah, hello. You are going to be the last person, please.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks, sir.
Yeah,
Please, I want to ask question. I will be raising my hand, sir. Please.
No, yes. We want to be gender sensitive. Susanna, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the presentation, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Okay. My question is, what if you have carried out a research and in the course of analyzing your results, you discover that your results does not align with what was seen in the literature review? Is it advisable for you to, do the research all over, or is it possible that there's a problem, or I don't understand, because sometimes it'll be like, how are we sure of the authenticity of the results that we're seeing in the literature review? How are we sure those results were not manipulated? If you are sure on your side, but you are not getting what you're supposed to get, what do you do, sir?
So normally, analysis are made from data, right?
Okay.
So get your data. There are ways to validate the data to be sure that this data is valid. And this is not a medium. I think that we can discuss that. But I remember when I was in my master's, my thesis was on energy analysis of a petrochemical plant. Whenever I make calculations, right, and I see some outrageous values, I know there must be something wrong here or there. Okay? So I will look at the calculations carefully. I developed a 4-track program. So I will look at the program again, fine-tune it. I will discover this where the errors are. And if I'm expecting 10 kilowatts of value, and now I'm getting 10,000. So you need to have a pre-knowledge that, yes, your results shall be within this boundary. So anything that goes outside that boundary might be wrong. If you are using an equipment, it might be certain things are faulty with the equipment. And normally, when you use an equipment or even a model, you are required to estimate the error in using that model. What are the errors? Okay, so that will give you, if you have value of plus or minus this, then you are within the limit that it can be acceptable. If you add blue and red, assuming adding blue and red is an assumption. I don't know which color do we get when you add blue and red. You mix blue color and red color. You have two liquids. So assuming it will give you yellow, but it is giving you black. So definitely one of those colors may not be blue, or the red may not be red. Okay? So you have to devise a way of checking that. Now, who's that making noise, please?
Please, somebody is making noise over there, please. Please mute your mic, please.
But it is possible that everything is right, but you are getting a result that is entirely different from what we expected. In that situation, it is then your expectation that was wrong. You get what I'm saying? You are expecting this, and that is not what you are getting from what you are doing. So what you got is correct, but what you are expecting could not be obtained from what you have done. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Kabiru, sir. Kabiru.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please just ask your question briefly.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yes, sir. We are glad with this wonderful presentation, sir. We are happy to have you people here. So my question goes like this, sir. Sir, in research.
Speak louder. I can't hear you clearly.
Sir, I said in research, there is two different methods that I know, sir. The qualitative and the quantitative method. So those qualitative and quantitative methods, sir, I don't have much idea on it, really. That I have been searching for the way to find out more explanation on it, this qualitative and quantitative method. Because I just know qualitative and quantitative in chemistry. So I know how to categorize it there. But on research.
So by the words, when you say quality,
yes, sir.
you are referring to something like purity. When you say quantitative, you are looking at the quantity. Take, for instance, you have 1 kg of gold. Okay? You know, it is associated with other materials that are not gold themselves. Okay?
Yes.
So you want to get the quantity of gold in that O.
Yes, sir.
So you have to devise a process of purifying it. And at the end, what you get as the quantity of gold. You have done the quantitative analysis, okay?
Okay.
And
Mean
you can
that, sir,
get
I
the
have to
quantity of
gather
other
the
materials.
data. Okay.
Hey?
I mean that I have to gather the data so that to make it quantitative.
No, you get what I mean by an O, O-R-E. If you have a sample of a stone,
okay,
and it contains gold, that stone is 1 kg, okay?
Yes, I understand.
And you may end up getting about 50 grams of gold out of it.
I understand, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the quantity of gold.
I
You
understand.
establish. Then you have qualitative.
Yes, sir.
You want to get the quality of your product or whatever you have performed a research in, and that is perhaps is a model you want to improve. This is a model that will tell you when you do this and this, the pressure you are getting will be 100.
Okay.
Atmosphere. But when you perform the experiment in the lab, the pressure is 60 atmosphere, not 100. So your calculation is giving you 100. Your experiment is giving you 60.
Yes, sir.
It means that model is over predicting the pressure. Okay? So you now need to modify the model to give you something about 65 or 58 or 60 if that is possible.
Okay.
So that you can say looking at the quality of that model, or it might be under predicting. It is giving you 60 while the result in the lab is giving you 100. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
But if you
thank you very much,
check
sir.
the literature,
Yes,
you get what the explanations are.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you.
Now we have only one person from
Samuel
Adegu. Sir, Abubakar has been waiting, sir.
Oh, Abubakar Arome?
Abubakar Muhammad
so Abubakar,
from Kogi.
Okay,
Abubakar
okay.
Arome.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes,
Hello,
Abubakar.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, afternoon. How are you?
Fine, sir. I really appreciate what you have done, sir. What you have put together is groundbreaking. Thank you very much for the effort, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. I have this question.
Introduce yourself. Sorry, you didn't introduce yourself.
Yes, sorry. I'm Abubakar Arame Muhammad from Narikt. Yes,
from
Narikt, National Research Institute for Chemical Technology. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
sir.
right.
But I'm based here in Makodi now, North Station. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to ask, sir, are there practical ways, because you explained in detail on this issue of good research ethics, like being honest with data and then giving proper credit. The research ethics, like being honest with data and giving credit. Yeah, but I want to know, sir, in your course of research, have you found maybe ways or practical ways, emphasis on practical, sir, practical ways by which you can help maybe new researchers to understand and also follow this good research ethics?
Okay, yes, there was a time I read a research conducted by a PhD student in one university in London. He manipulated the results. Okay. You know, when you are performing experiments, certain materials their properties depends on the atmospheric condition. So you perform experiments in the morning, the results you'll be getting, they are so beautiful, they align with what you want to achieve. But when you perform them in the afternoon, maybe from 2 o'clock, the temperature has risen. So you may be getting something a bit different, okay?
Yes, sir.
And when you perform them maybe in the night, you'll be having something different. Or when you perform experiments, unknown to you that your equipment is faulty, okay? I hope you know what they call noise. Electrical engineers will know that. When you are generating data, perhaps there are some either electromagnetic waves around there, okay? They will be interfering with your results, and you do not know. You perform all the experiments, and this is what we are expected to get. But that noise has distorted your results, and you are getting something that deviated from what you want to obtain. So you manipulate the data to make it in a way that those noise are eliminated. All right? So if somebody comes and performs the same experiment under the same condition with those noise around, okay, he will get the same results. Perhaps anywhere you have that setup of the equipment, that noise will be there. And you discover that, yes, I mean, somebody elsewhere discovered that this noise is distorting the result. But this guy manipulated. Instead of getting 1.1, the noise is taking it to 1.8, okay? But he manipulated to make it 1.1 or 1.2. So somebody maybe in Italy discovered that, okay, to eliminate this noise, we need to lag, we need to cover this, cover that, close this, close that, and then we'll be getting a clean result. Okay? So you didn't know about that, but perhaps you have seen something in the literature that says this is how the data should look like when it is plotted. So you manipulate. But in that given condition, you worked, you will not get that result because of those interferences. So assuming you understood that and you eliminate the noises, and you'll be getting a good result. But you didn't do that. You change the result. You get what I'm saying? So it's unethical to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I believe our worker is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir, it's already time. We want to allow you to at least.
So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this presentation, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have another.
I can say sorry for.
Some of these issues raised by the participants, like qualitative and quantitative. One facilitator is going to handle that issue next week, and then also
they are there in the literature. When you just Google, I think AI will even give you a clearer.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
We have one. All right. So thank you.
Yes, sir. You have one. So thank you very much, participants. As a reminder, sorry, Mr. Samuel Malaya, you can put down your questions in the chat. We'll forward it to our facilitator. Then you see your answer there in our WhatsApp platform, as well as our Google Classroom, that is our LMS, because we are running short of time. As a reminder, the assignment for this presentation has already been posted in our WhatsApp platform. Already 7 people have already submitted their answers. The deadline for the submission is tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. And then the moment 12 a.m. knock, there is not going to be any acceptance of that assignment. And then also we're going to have our next presentation on Thursday by 2 to 3:30, inshallah. So thank you very much for availing yourself. We hope you are going to put what you have just learned into practice, because that is the only thing that can sustain the knowledge. And also the practical, the issue of AI. As our facilitator have said, we can't run away from AI. We have to live with it. It has come to stay. But the only issue is use AI ethically and responsibly, so that you shouldn't damage your academic integrity and image. Thank you very much, and bye-bye till on Thursday.